Today's one of the most painful days I've ever had with depression. I'm starting to wake up with just like a pit in my stomach and feeling like I'm gonna cry at the drop of a hat, and it's constant, and it's kind of like I'm moving through molasses in a way. Like I can't, I don't know, I can't do much of anything, and I really tried to counteract it today, you know. I did manage to get up and get in my car and go out, because I go out every day to try to, now that I don't have work kind of forcing me to go out, you know, I'm still trying to get out. Usually I just go to a bookstore and I just read some of my book about depression and try to work through the prompts and everything, but I managed to get there. I sat there, I started reading, and then I just knew I just couldn't do it today. And some days are going to be like that, but I'm extremely bad, and I have that horrible sense of doom that I never used to get with depression, but I've gotten this last year or so. Everything feels like it's ending. Like my life is over, everything's over, I don't know, and I can't get rid of that feeling, and it's terrible. But the kind of physical side effects have been really bad too. Like I have a constant pit in my stomach. I'm shaking a lot, like it's like an internal kind of jitteriness. And I've been nauseated a lot, and I have headaches and a lot of body aches, and I have fibromyalgia, so sometimes when the depression's bad, that flares up as well. But I feel awful, and so that ironically, even though it's mostly caused from my mental state, it makes me then feel even worse mentally, because being sick is miserable, right? Or not feeling well is miserable. So today has just been overall horrible. But the kicker is, you know how when you're just having a bad day in general, even if you're not a depressed person, but you're just having a generally kind of down day, you know, everything goes wrong. Well, that's what happened today, and I literally started crying because I just couldn't, it just wouldn't end. Like, so on my way home, I always talk about how much Diet Coke I drink. I'm like obsessed with Diet Coke. So I had gotten a fountain soda, a large fountain soda. And I came home and I put my purse on the kitchen counter and I put the soda on the counter. And when I went to go wash my hands, I heard like a bang, and I turned, and my purse had fallen for some reason and knocked over the soda. So on the kitchen floor was a full large Diet Coke and ice all over the floor. So that took an entire roll of paper towels to clean up, and I just had no energy, and my head's pounding, and I'm hurting, and I'm like, I can't deal with this. And it sounds silly, but like one of the few things I have in life that brings me a kind of a moment of happiness is like taking a sip of a fountain Diet Coke. And so I was then more sad because I didn't have it. I didn't have the energy to go back out and get another one. So I was like, okay, so I took the cup. I cleaned it up. I took the cup and I set it on the counter. And I thought, okay, well, I have a kind of half-flat bottle of Diet Coke in the refrigerator, and I'll just have to drink that. So I put a bunch of ice in the cup, and I start pouring that half-flat Diet Coke into the cup. And apparently the cup, when it had fallen, had split on the bottom. So now there's a pool of Diet Coke shooting out the bottom of the cup and spreading all over the counter. So again, I take out the paper towels and I'm sopping all this up, right? And I was like, I can't believe, at this point I can't believe it. I'm literally tearing up. I'm so depressed, I'm so tired. I hurt so much, I feel so sick. I just wanted a Diet Coke, right? So I grab a glass and I pour the ice that was in that cup, plastic cup, in there, and then I start pouring the rest of the Diet Coke in the cup, in the glass. Everything's fine. I fill up the glass. I go to walk upstairs to my bedroom, and I get to the top of the stairs, and I was kind of holding a lot of stuff, and I moved a little bit to the side to kind of maneuver up to the top of the stairs, and I must not have been holding the glass well enough because a bunch of the Diet Coke spilled all over the carpet, on my shoes, and I was wearing sneakers with like the little vents, you know, in the top of sneakers. So it soaked through the vents of the sneakers and through my socks. So I had Diet Coke soaked socks. I can't even say that. I'm sorry, I'm so tired at this point. So I just couldn't win today, and maybe that was a really boring story, but it just, I was literally, I'm in a really, really dark place, and today was dark, and I know that tomorrow night might not be so bad, so I'm hanging on, but man, some things can really just test you, you know, and I know in the grand scheme of things, spilling a bunch of Diet Coke 3 times is stupid and meaningless, but when you feel like everything sucks, and you're trying to find reasons to keep going, stupid shit like that just almost sends you over the edge, you know? So anyway, I did end up having some of it. It wasn't very good. So I can't wait tomorrow to go get a nice fresh fountain soda. But, so that's my day, and I haven't really talked to anybody today. I can't talk to people, I can't interact with people. I'm just, I really tried today and I just can't do it. I'm just not well, so I'm gonna just accept that and hopefully get some rest. The kind of nausea and pain and everything's been making it hard to sleep, but I'm gonna try, and tomorrow's a new day. So